Green Berets. The Green Berets are the U.S. Army's Masters of Unconventional Warfare. Officially known as the Army Special Forces, they were established in 1952 during the Cold War to wage a different kind of battle, one fought through influence, intelligence, and local alliances rather than sheer firepower. Their mission is to work with and through foreign militaries, resistance movements, and indigenous fighters, turning small groups into capable armies that can resist oppression and stabilize fragile regions. Every Green Beret is part warrior, part diplomat, and part linguist. Before deployment, they study the language, culture, and politics of the region they'll operate in, learning how to win hearts and minds long before shots are fired. Deployed in small 12-man operational detachment alpha teams, they train local soldiers, organize guerrilla warfare, and gather intelligence behind enemy lines. The Green Berets made their name in Vietnam, where they trained tribal fighters in the mountains to resist the Viet Cong. They later helped liberate Kuwait during Desert Storm. Delta Force. Delta Force is one of the United States Army's most secretive and elite special mission units, designed for operations that demand absolute precision and silence. Established in 1977 under Colonel Charles Beckwith, it was modeled after Britain's SAS, created to give the U.S. a small, flexible force capable of counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and covert missions far beyond the reach of conventional troops. Its existence was classified for years, its members hidden behind layers of code names, cover stories, and official denials. Recruitment comes from the best soldiers in the Army, Rangers, Green Berets, and other special operators who must pass a brutal selection process testing endurance, navigation, decision-making, and psychological resilience. Delta Force carried the weight of redemption after the failed 1980 Iran hostage rescue, Operation Eagle Claw, where mechanical failure and tragedy cost 8 American lives. That disaster forced a complete reorganization of U.S. Special Operations and turned Delta into the backbone of modern counterterrorism. Since then, its operators have captured war criminals in the Balkans, hunted insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan. 75th Ranger Regiment. The 75th Ranger Regiment is the U.S. Army's elite light infantry strike force. Unlike the Green Berets, who specialize in unconventional warfare, the Rangers are built for direct action, high-intensity assaults, airfield seizures, and raids deep inside enemy territory. Their roots trace back to World War II, but the modern Ranger Regiment was officially formed in 1974, shaped by the lessons of Vietnam and refined into a unit capable of deploying anywhere in the world within 18 hours. Rangers are selected through the grueling Ranger Assessment and Selection Program, a test of endurance, leadership, and psychological strength that filters out all but the most determined soldiers. From storming the beaches of Normandy to fighting in Grenada, Panama, and Mogadishu, the Rangers have remained at the tip of the spear in nearly every major American conflict. In the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu, immortalized in Black Hawk Down, they fought side by side with Delta Force through the streets of Somalia, holding the line against overwhelming odds. Night Stalkers. The 161st Special Operations Aviation Regiment, known simply as the Night Stalkers, is the U.S. Army's most elite aviation unit, the pilots who fly America's most secret warriors into and out of the most dangerous places on Earth. Formed in 1981 after the failed Operation Eagle Claw rescue in Iran, the regiment was built to ensure that such a tragedy would never happen again. Its mission is to deliver special operations forces anywhere, at any time, and under any conditions. These pilots are masters of precision flying, capable of navigating treacherous terrain and urban skylines at low altitude and high speed, often in total darkness. Their fleet includes the MH-60 Blackhawk, the MH-6 Little Bird, and the MH-47 Chinook, each customized for stealth, endurance, and speed. The Night Stalkers earned their reputation in Somalia during the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu, flying the helicopters that inserted and extracted Delta Force and Rangers under heavy fire. Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs are the United States Navy's most elite maritime special operations force. Created in 1962 at President Kennedy's direction, the SEALs were born out of the need for small, highly trained teams that could carry out reconnaissance, sabotage, and counterterrorism in environments too hostile for conventional troops. Becoming a SEAL is a test few survive. The training pipeline, known as Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL, pushes candidates past exhaustion, pain, and fear through freezing water, sleepless nights, and endless physical trials. Only a fraction graduate, emerging as experts in diving, demolitions, parachuting, close quarters combat, and survival under pressure. Their missions range from covert reconnaissance to direct action strikes, often completed before the world even knows they began. PJs. The Pararescue Jumpers, known simply as PJs, are the Air Force's elite combat search and rescue specialists, warriors whose mission is to save lives no matter how dangerous the situation. Their mission is to locate, rescue, and provide emergency medical care to downed pilots and wounded personnel, often deep behind enemy lines or in the aftermath of combat. Becoming a PJ requires mastering one of the longest and hardest training pipelines in the US military. Candidates go through intense physical conditioning, airborne and scuba training, survival courses, and advanced paramedic certification. They learn how to parachute from high altitudes, dive into open water, or rappel from helicopters into active combat zones, whatever it takes to reach those in need. Once on the ground, they provide life-saving care under fire, stabilizing the wounded and extracting them to safety. DEVGRU. DEVGRU, officially known as the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, is the Navy's equivalent of Delta Force, a Tier 1 special mission unit specializing in maritime counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and high-value target raids. Originally created to focus on maritime operations such as ship seizures and coastal rescues, DEVGRU has evolved into a global strike force capable of operating far beyond the sea. Its members are recruited from the best operators within the regular SEAL teams, selected after years of experience and then tested again through one of the most demanding selection processes in the military. Only a small fraction make it through, joining an organization that trains constantly in advanced marksmanship, breaching, diving, and specialized tactics. The unit's most famous operation took place in 2011 that killed Osama bin Laden. Since then, it has continued to evolve, conducting classified operations across continents. Marine Raiders. The Marine Raiders are the Marine Corps' contribution to U.S. Special Operations Command. Their lineage traces back to the original Raider battalions of World War II, elite units that carried out daring amphibious assaults and behind-the-lines raids across the Pacific. Reactivated in 2006 as part of the Marine Special Operations Command, the modern Marine Raiders are trained for a wide range of missions including direct action, special reconnaissance, counterterrorism, and foreign internal defense. Much like the Army's Green Berets, they specialize in working with and through partner forces, training local militaries and organizing resistance movements. What sets them apart is their maritime and expeditionary focus. They can deploy from sea or land, operating independently in small, highly skilled teams for long periods with minimal support. Their selection process is rigorous, drawing only from the most capable Marines. Once selected, Raiders undergo extensive training in advanced marksmanship, close quarters battle, cultural intelligence, and amphibious warfare. SOCOM. SOCOM, or the United States Special Operations Command, is not a unit but the parent organization that commands all of America's elite special operations forces across every branch of the military. Headquartered at MacDill Air Force Base in Florida, SOCOM was established in 1987 to bring unity and coordination to the most capable yet most secretive units in U.S. history. Before its creation, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps each operated their own special forces independently, often competing for funding and failing to coordinate during critical missions. It ensures these forces can work together seamlessly on a global scale, coordinating their intelligence, logistics, and technology for maximum effectiveness. SOCOM also manages classified programs, innovation projects, integrating everything from cyber warfare to intelligence operations. It is the backbone of America's modern covert power, the invisible hand that unites the nation's most skilled warriors into one coordinated and unstoppable force. SAC. The Special Activities Center, or SAC, is the most secretive and elite operational arm available to the United States government, but unlike Delta Force or DEVGRU, it is not a military unit. SAC belongs to the Central Intelligence Agency, making it the CIA's paramilitary and covert action branch. Its operatives operate under a different kind of authority. executing missions that can be denied by the US government, giving Washington a way to act without official fingerprints. Its members are known as paramilitary operations officers, recruited primarily from Tier 1 special operations units such as Delta Force, DEVGRU, and Marine Raiders. These officers combine combat skill with intelligence tradecraft, fluent in foreign languages, surveillance, disguise, and sabotage. Their orders come directly from the president through the CIA's chain of command, and their missions can include sabotage, covert raids, counterterrorism, and organizing or training foreign paramilitary groups. They often work in partnership with local fighters or resistance movements, guiding wars that the US cannot publicly fight. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you learned something, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you would like to see similar videos. Thank you again, and goodbye.